praying in a certain place. When he finished, one of his disciples said, "Lord, teach us to pray, just as John taught his disciples." Jesus told them, "When you pray, say, 'Father, uphold the holiness of your name. Bring in your kingdom. Give us the bread we need for today. Forgive us our sins, for we also forgive everyone who has wronged us. And don't lead us into temptation.'" He also said to them, "Imagine that one of you has a friend, and you go to that friend in the middle of the night. Imagine saying, 'Friend, loan me 3 loaves of bread because a friend of mine on a journey has arrived, and I have nothing to set before him.' Imagine further that he answers from within the house, 'Don't bother me. The door is already locked, and my children and I are in bed. I can't get up to give you anything.' I assure you, even if he wouldn't get up and help because of his friendship, he will get up and give his friend whatever he needs because of his friend's brashness. And I tell you, ask and you will receive. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be opened for you. Everyone who asks receives. Whoever seeks finds. To everyone who knocks, the door is open. Which father among you would give a snake to your child if the child asks for a fish? If the child asks for an egg, what father would give the child a scorpion? If you who are evil know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will the Heavenly Father give the Holy Spirit to those who ask Him?" The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Christ.
Please be seated. Ask and you will receive. To everyone who knocks, the door is open. There's no doubt about it. There are times in life where you have to knock and knock and knock until the door is open. We are told that the squeaky wheel gets the grease. In other words, sometimes you have to be persistent in life. I just read an article the other day saying that restaurants want you to send food back if it's not prepared the way you like it. This may be, but I will tell you that I rarely send back food at all. I rarely do that. I don't because I fear that the cook will be offended and they might spit or do something nasty to my food. I'd rather suck it up and eat something close to what I ordered than finish my meal wondering what malevolent action was taken to punish me for sending it back. If my meal's going to be ruined, I'd rather go with my choice, not someone behind the scenes in the kitchen. But there are times when you have to knock and knock and knock until you get the results you desire. For instance, anytime you have to speak with a major corporation over service. First of all, you know that the phone call is going to take a long time because most likely you're going to be on hold forever. And secondly, chances are your call is going to be directed to a call center in India. I can only imagine how difficult it is when your identity has been stolen. It certainly takes persistency to get through that maze. So I get it. I think persistence is misdirected when it applies to our relationship with God. It just is not true that your request of God will be answered to your satisfaction if you simply persist. Actually, don't we currently commonly say that doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, is the definition of insanity? You can keep on buying those Mega Millions lottery tickets in the hopes of securing your retirement funds and praying for God to make it happen, but I think it's safe to say that it's not going to happen. You can pray to God to make it rain, or stop it from raining, which didn't like work on Woodstock. You can pray to God for safe travel, to get that job promotion, to cure whatever ails you, for the Dodgers to win the World Series. And yet, as persistent as you and consistent as you may be in believing that God is going to do what you request due to your pressure, is simply childlike thinking. And there are a lot of childlike churches out there who encourage this. And yet, when the adult world enters and becomes a reality, and you don't get what you want, these churches either blame it on Satan, or that you, the persistent praying person, didn't pray honestly, or you didn't pray hard enough. Because otherwise it would be required to put the blame on God. Either that, or God simply doesn't give us everything we ask, which is the opposite of what the gospel tells us today. If God has to be persuaded, if God has to be convinced in order to heal a 5-year-old of neuroblastoma by my prayers, because God isn't sure if God should do it or not, then I prefer to be an atheist. We can certainly pray to God for strength, and we certainly can pray to God for wise judgment. I think this is fine. But this parable today is about persistence and asking God to give you something beyond your grasp and not simply to assist you in doing it yourself. God then, you see, is nothing more than Aladdin's genie. Rub the lamp and say the prayer, and your wish is my command. There's something else about this parable. It may have worked in the 1950s, which is something we should return to, and others are diametrically opposed to. Yet in the 1950s, you really could knock on the door of your neighbor's house or apartment and ask to borrow a cup of sugar or some butter. You really could knock on your neighbor's door, even in the middle of the night in an emergency, and tell them your spouse is having severe abdominal pains, and you think it's appendicitis. Would you please go over to their house and watch their kids who are asleep while they drive their spouse to the hospital? You really could do that. That just won't fly in Los Angeles today. The police tell us never to open our door at night or to anyone we don't recognize. I once had the police knock on our door in the wee hours of the morning. First thing I did was ask who was there. Well, it's Officers Dedeco of the Los Angeles Police came in response. I still didn't open the door. Instead, I opened the window blinds to check it out. What looked like a police officer and my neighbor was standing there. Even still, I asked to see the officer's badge before I opened the door, and even then, the door was only open partially, and my mastiff dog was by my side. You know, today we ring doorbells, we have ring doorbells equipped with intercom cameras, and soon each house will be equipped with face recognition devices and monitors by our doors, which will instantly identify who's standing at our front doors. It'll instantly identify where they live, where they went to high school, their current alcohol, marijuana level, and whether they prefer Trader Joe's to Whole Foods. And still, we might not open the door because how do we know for sure that Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, didn't just escape from jail and is lurking in the bushes, or that aliens have taken over our neighbors' bodies and are using them as hosts? I will tell you, if it's late on a Sunday afternoon and I'm in my comfy clothes, contentedly situated on my bar lounger, with my feet up, and a beer or a scotch next to me, and a game on television, you can knock on my door all night long, and I'm not going to get up and answer the door. Now I know you're going to say, oh my, this from you, a priest, a minister of God, how could you? What would Jesus do? Well, that's exactly where I want to go next. Jesus' basic message throughout the gospel is hospitality. It's about doing to others as you would have others doing to you. It's loving your neighbor as yourself, or even better, loving your neighbor as Jesus loves your neighbor, because many of us really don't love ourselves very much. The request from the neighbor in today's gospel is to be met not only because of the demands for hospitality, but also because of friendship. The principle of sharing with a neighbor or friend is found in Proverbs 3:28-29. Do not say to your neighbor, go and come again tomorrow, I will give it. Do not plan evil against your neighbor who dwells trustingly beside you. This teaches the appropriate behavior when a neighbor calls on a neighbor. In our parable today, hospitality demands a response from the sleeper. To reinforce this, the parable appeals to the interlocking web of friendship. The two neighbors are friends, and the requester has a friend at home as a guest. The bonds of friendship are so tight that refusal is inconceivable. And yet that is exactly what the man asleep inside proposes. Don't bother me. The door's already locked. My children are already in bed. I can't get up to give you anything. Nevertheless, the request for aid will be granted by the sleeper, though not because of friendship, but because of shamelessness. The sleeping man acts not out of friendship, mutual obligation, or honor, but out of shamelessness. He'll be dishonored if the other villagers discover his friend standing outside begging for what ought to be freely given. He's afraid of a disgrace to the village. He has done out of shamelessness what ought to have been done out of love for his neighbor. Let me explain this. Once my mother was in town visiting with us, and it was summertime, it was August, it was hot. And at the time we had a golden retriever who was always underfoot. And her name was Stella. She was a big dog. We named her Stella because of Streetcar Named Desire. I wanted to be Stanley Kowalski yelling out my backyard, my door, Stella! I wanted to do that. So Stella was a name. And one afternoon my family was hanging around the living room, and I was sitting in the chair, and Stella, who thought she was a lapdog, approached me and sat right in front of me, inches from my face. Her mouth was all slobbery in her own, and her breath was atrocious. When I tried to push her away, she just leaned in on me even more. And then she put her paw on my thigh. At this point, my mother said, "Oh, look, Stella loves you." "Yeah, sure she does," I said rather cynically. "Yes, she does. Don't you, Stella," she says to the dog. And the dog squirms in pleasure all while digging her claws into my thigh. Then my mother crossed the Rubicon. "Does him want to go for a walk? Do you, Stella, puppy, want to go for a walk? Puppy, Stella, puppy." Well, with this, Stella jumps up and starts spinning around like James Brown, all excited and everything. You never want to say the word walk to a dog. I don't want to take her for a walk, I say. "Oh, come on," my mother says. "Look how excited she is." So that doesn't matter. I don't want to take her for a walk. Then, a young son says with all the tenderness one heart could muster, "Dad, don't you like Stella?" "Well, of course I do, son, but what's the problem?" asked my mother. "Take the dog for a walk. It's good for her. Don't you care that she needs exercise?" "She really likes walks," pipes in my son. Meanwhile, the dog was doing cartwheels near the front door, right? "All right," I say between gritted teeth. I grab the leash and head out the door. "Have a nice walk, boys and girls," I hear as I get dragged out the front stairs like a hands-bound bad guy behind the sheriff's horse in a B-rated Western. I like Stella, all right? But I took her for a walk because I was shamed into it. I didn't want to feel like a lazy, self-centered, dog-hating father in front of my son. I also didn't want to appear like I don't like animals, and in addition, I felt the weight of my priestly position burdening my shoulders. Isn't he a priest? Isn't he supposed to represent Jesus on earth? Jesus would walk Stella. I could hear these unspoken comments from all sitting living room. "I hear you, Mr. Sleeper, who doesn't want to get up out of bed in the middle of the night. I hear you. What would Jesus do?" Well, I don't think Jesus ever did anything on shamelessness. And I don't think Jesus expects any of us to do so either. This gets played out especially in families a lot. We manipulate others through shaming them to do what we want them to do, all in the name of goodness. And you know, it only works for good people. People don't care. We're really selfish, but they're far less susceptible to shame. It's also an effective technique against religious people. You know, I was once walking out of a restaurant with another parishioner, and when a homeless person approached us for money, and the parishioner gave, a couple of dollars to this person. So what was I supposed to do? Mr. Priest, clergy collar, shirt on, everything. What was I supposed to do? So I gave him that $5. The point of this parable is not to persistently dog God for favors, regardless of their validity, or to shame us into doing good works. The point of the story, which is the core message of the gospel, is to love others as God loves them. It's not supposed to be a law, it's not supposed to be a rule, and it's not supposed to be a shaming command. It's supposed to be a priori, a principle which is woven into our DNA. It's something that we have to awaken to. In other words, it's something that we do because deep in our soul we know that it's right. It doesn't really take much thought to it. It's a part of what it means to be human. Although it takes thought to bring it to the forefront of our minds and thought to put into action. There are certain ultimate absolutes which originate in the ground of all being and thus are inherent in all being. And I think the ultimate is to love one another as God loves us. Now, I think this is contextual. I think you can love a dog and not take them for a walk every time someone mentions the word walk in front of them. I think you can love the poor and downtrodden without handing out $5 bills every time you confront them. The appeal of Christianity to me is the option of a changed heart and revelation and rational wisdom. The appeal of Christianity to me is the call to go inward to our own souls, to meet at that place where the fingerprint of God is there, to awaken us to those things in life which make us the human beings we are. And then to use our wisdom to enact who and what we meet there. If someone comes up to you in obvious desperate need and you don't respond in helping them, then shame on you. Get out of bed and help them. And yet if someone comes to you and attempts to manipulate your kindness in a perceived need, then shame on them. And you get to stay in bed. As Christians, we may be called to open up our doors, but we're not called to be doormats.